Few images of Americana can match a simple game of marbles, the comforting click of a quality shot, a factory that has turned them out the same way for decades. This is a region where marbles are made and championships are won. Going for all the marbles is nothing new for the kids of Allegheny County. National Marbles Championship 1949. Kids 7 to 14 years of age compete, including a team from Pittsburgh. City-County building 10 years later. The regional championship will determine who goes to the Nationals. Boys and girls from Allegheny County have won more titles by far than any other region in the country. May 2012, regional playoffs in the Courthouse Square. The story continues. Bailey Narr of Lawrenceville, Brandon Matchett, Southside, Alex and Penelope Bauer of Bloomfield, all national champions. And Amber RICCI, the 2008 champ, traces the legacy of a great-grandfather she never met.
Bring that fingernail over the top of the marble.
The winning tradition was helped along by Walter Lease, who coached up-and-coming champions for more than 40 years. Through the years, he learned which kids have the right stuff.
My thing is, if you're not having fun, don't play. And these kids have fun.
Walter Lease passed away in 1995, but his great-granddaughter is having fun.
It's really exciting because you get to meet a whole bunch of different people that you never would have known without it. From people from like Tennessee or Reading, Pennsylvania, Maryland, like from all over the nation.
Their marbles come from West Virginia. Orange drops of molten glass pass between rollers, which determine the marble's size and shape. The Marble King plant in PADEN City has been making these multicolored spheres of glass since 1949. It's the only company in America still making marbles for competition.
It was formed by a gentleman named Barry Pink, and he had gone throughout the country holding marble tournaments for kids and selling marbles to a lot of the chain stores.
Owner Barry Fox says her father bought the company in 1983. After her father passed away and then her mother in 2003, she says there was a period of uncertainty.
How are we going to move forward? Who's going to take charge? Who's going to do this? And I made a decision that, you know who it's going to be me. And we're going to take this thing into the next century and we're going to do it well.
A gift shop lures visitors to stop, to admire, and to touch.
Back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, they were the toy. They were the video games of that era.
Once introduced to these tiny globes of glass, even children of today find them irresistible.
I don't know if it's because they're round and they're colorful and the kids play with them, but I've never seen a child who didn't just love them.
The former glass factory, built in 1880, is now a recycler of glass.
These mountains of glass are all recycled, and they come from different recycling centers. Whoa, be careful. Different recycling centers, and we buy them from factories as well. We use post-consumer glass, beer bottles, that big mountain of beer bottles you see over there. That's part of our recycling efforts, and 95% of the marbles that we manufacture today are made from recycled glass.
Marble King sponsors the national championships. Working 24/7, Barry Fox's factory turns out 1 million marbles a day. At the other end of the spectrum, Michael MANGIAFICO will spend up to an hour on a single marble. Working in his Penn Hill studio, the glass artist creates pieces that will never enter a competitive marble ring.
When I add oxygen to the flame, it's more intense.
Each marble is a kaleidoscope of color.
I put a nice coating of blue on here, and I'm going to put a thin veneer of white and then a clear cobalt blue over the top of that.
He calls it playing with lava. Like snowflakes, no two marbles are alike.
That little imperfection makes it perfect.
Is he ever tempted to try his marbles in the ring?
In all my years, I've never played a game of marbles.
If Allegheny County is the region of champions, this is the neighborhood. Old-timers refer to this section of the slopes as Billy Buck Hill, named for all the goat farms that once populated this area. And it almost takes a goat just to walk up all these steps. These kids have no trouble with the steps or the competition. This marble ring has trained many a champion. It's the backyard of Carly Miller, national champ 2004. Ben Eddings came close 3 years in a row.
I just like to go to have fun. It's new, that's one of the main reasons so many people go is for the experience and for meeting new people and making new relationships with other people that you usually wouldn't get to have.
His younger brother Sam is up and coming. Their dad, Southside pastor Jeff Eddings, came across the timeless game when he took Ben to the national championships on a beach in Wildwood, New Jersey.
And when I got there, I thought somebody should do a documentary about this.
And so he did. The documentary is called Mibsters.
Because a mibster is simply somebody who shoots marbles.
They practice not because they want to be the best kid on the block. No, they practice so they can be the best kid in the country.
The documentary follows Ben Eddings and his friend Brandon Matchett in 2011.
In that setting, that's really unique, and it's just a really neat thing. And the kids really embrace it.
Ben and Brandon went on to become county champions. They punched their ticket to Wildwood.
This is Ben and Brandon's third trip to New Jersey.
For Brandon, the third time proved to be the charm.
That's game marble. We got ourselves a new national marble champion.
He joins neighbors past and present in the National Marbles Hall of Fame. And it all comes back to Billy Buck Hill.
Can't get that hand over.
Ben and Sam Eddings get helpful hints from Ed RICCI, the grandson of Walter Lease, the man who started it all.
He wouldn't have wanted to see the program die off, so after he passed away, my mother ran it, and now she's getting up there in years, so me and my wife run it.
Emily Cavassini of Shaler says her brother and his friends got her started.
I asked if I could try, and that's just how I started at one practice, so I kept going almost every day.
Yes, Emily kept going all the way to Wildwood.
It was a great experience because, you only have till you're 14, and it's a one shot that you have to win the nationals, and that was my shot.
And that's it. That's game, set, match. Emily Cavassini from Allegheny County, Pennsylvania is your new queen.
And Emily knew what was coming next.
Thanks for bringing that back up.
The traditional kiss from the king.
I'm leaning away.
1, 2, 3.
It wasn't fun.
There it is, like a king and a queen should.
It was not fun.
The sacrifices one must make to be a champion. And it all began with a man named Walter and a corner of the South Side slopes called Billy Buck Hill. I'm Dave Crawley.